I'm going to tell you of the most embarrassing moment of my life thus far. It happened when I was 9 years old, I'm pretty sure. So and it's a big moment in my family when this happens, but I had convinced my parents that I was sick and couldn't go to school that day. And the reason this is a big moment in my family is because both my parents, my dad's a doctor and my mom's an ex-physio. So they're both involved in the health industry. So if you can pull off that you are sick and can't go to school that day, that's a big deal. Because my parents are like, she's vomiting, she can go. Like, if I could pull off that I was too sick to go to school, that was a big deal. So I was very happy I'd managed to pull that off that day. So that left, and my brother, I have a younger brother who was at the time too young to go to school. So if I was 9, that makes him 4 years old. So he and my mom, my dad had gone to work and my sister had gone to school. And it turned out that day, my brother had a swimming lesson. And so my mom was like, oh, well, she has to come with us because she's a 9-year-old child and can't stay at home alone, sort of thing. So I went along to my brother's swimming class. And this is, one of those preschool swimming classes where basically they're just trying to teach you how to blow bubbles underwater sort of thing. But I went along, and I remember it being a really hot day that day. And so, what looks really good on a really hot day is a cool swimming pool. So I had this thought in my head that was like, you know what? If I just walk along the edge of the pool where they have that kind of grate thing where the water flows into, then I can get my feet wet and maybe the bottom of my pants wet and I won't feel so hot. So I was like, and I had the perfect guise on how to do it, is because they put all the kids in that class on this little platform sort of thing, and they give them a bunch of toys to play with while they take each kid out on the paddleboard or whatever, on the kickboard or whatever. So I was like, you know what I'll do? I'm going to walk along the edge of the pool to get the toy that my brother really wants and give it to him. So it doesn't look like I just want to walk along the edge of the pool because I'm sick. So I go to execute that plan, and I have no idea how this happens, but I end up falling into the pool. Straight up fell into the pool. The next thing I know, I'm swimming to the edge, and I'm fully clothed, obviously, pretending to be sick. And I swim to the edge, and it was so embarrassing because these are this is a preschool swimming class. All of the parents of the other kids are there, and the swimming teacher that happened to be the swimming teacher that I had as a kid, so she knew who I was, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just soaking wet. And then I had to sit next to my mom, who was probably furious at me, and I'm sure has worked out by this point that I'm definitely not sick. I had to sit next to my mom completely drenched for the rest of that swimming lesson. And then of course I had to go home and had to tell my dad what had happened that day. It was just, that takes the cake for the most embarrassing moment of my life so far.